proceed. I guess we are live. So, hello everyone, and welcome back to another round of What the Heck. I guess most of you have already submitted your ideations, and now we are ready to for the submissions of our prototype. For this, we have actually two criteria. Either you can submit your no code profile, or you can submit 50% of your GitHub code. And to teach us about the UI UX and the prototype designing, we have with us Avantika Nigam. She is the GDSC lead of LN City, as well as she is presently working as the DevRel at Crypto Capable, and has a very I would say vivid career right from the second year of her college. So Avantika, hand it over to you.
Thank you so much, Shaurya, for having me here. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Rishish, for having me here. Hi, everyone. How are you all doing? I hope you enjoyed submitting your hacks till now. And I would love to see a lot of innovative ideas on the themes which we have given right now. So, the basic aim of conducting this session was to help students to get into UI UX, which is now very booming nowadays. I wish to educate people, students who belong to their, who are freshers and who are new to this field, to educate them and spread the awareness about how UI UX is very important nowadays, and we can't leave it. As code and some as coding is very important. Apart from that, UI UX is very important, and it's going to be booming in next 20 years. So the future of UI UX. So let's get started with our session today about the introduction of UI UX and a bit about myself. As Shorim explained, I would represent myself in three words: ambitious, ambivert, and inquisitive. I am very ambitious about my career. I look forward with interacting with people. Ambivert, I love to explore a lot, and inquisitive, I'm always thinking about something or the other whenever I am free. I never myself freely, and I usually love to interact with others depending upon other communities. I am a product designer and a developer, and I have been working as a Google Developer Student Club this year, and I was a Women in Product Scholar in 2021, which revolved around creating and educating women about product management in future. Apart from that, I also manage speaker facilitator at Women Who Code San Francisco. I look after their front end track, and I particularly look after the Cloud One app. So, what would be the agenda of today's meet? So, I have divided this session into 5 parts, which would be very interactive. So, I request everyone to be highly active on comment section. I will be chatting with lots of people here. So, first, we'll be starting about what is UI and what is UX. There is a lot of confusion and going around what is UI. Some people say these terminologies are different. Some people say these are same. Then the need of UI and UX in our lives. Mostly people are going into software development phases. They're ignoring the designing concept and the designing processes, which are going to affect um, the development process as well. So, what is the need of UI and UX? Different stages of designing a problem or a product. So, that's very important. The most crucial part of this event, and how to approach a problem when you are given a problem or a theme or anything. How do you approach it? And let's make a beautiful UI on Figma. Figma is a very versatile app, a UI designing tool, I must say, where you can design your applications in a very beginner friendly manner. You can even make a prototype. Prototype is something which is known as a dummy model of your app, and show to your friends, families, or whomsoever. So I'll just turn off my video, as I do have a network issues and a lot of low bandwidth. So I'll just turn it off in a second. Just a second.
Yeah, yeah. No, no issues in that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So the difference between UI and UX. So on a layman term, UI, as if you expand the terminology, it becomes user experience interface, and UX is user experience. So UI is when you interact with the product, whatever aesthetic sense you see. So let me show you something here. What is actually UI? So let's see a little interactive. So yes, just a second. So I think yes. So I'll just share my screen again. So I think you must have seen this Amazon website. Everyone of here is very much familiar to what is Amazon. Amazon is a very big giant company. You can see a lot of stuffs here. You can see a nav bar, an icon, customer reviewed who has reviewed some good. He has purchased some mug or something, and he is very happy. Some ratings of some hot mugs here, and some browsing history which I have done in past, or they have just shown me according to my searching algorithms. So so this is what I just want to explain. User interface is something which I see. The icon, the aesthetic sense which I get when I press on hello, select your address, or customer review, the buttons, the colors, and everything comes under user interface. And what is user experience? So, for example, if I wish to buy this mouse, so I'll just click on that. I'll be taken to another website, something. I'll just see it. I'll just add to cart, and then I'll click on buy now. So proceed to pay. Of course, I'll not buy it. So this is something which is known as user experience. Whatever experience you get when you see any kind of website, a product, or a service. So this is the differentiation between both of them. Yeah. So I'll just present the screen. Just a second. So yeah. So going ahead, so user experience is what to achieve, and user interface is what to make. User interface is all about visual elements. So the buttons, colors, icons, everything comes under user interface. And user experience is experiences. For example, you're clicking a mouse button on a button, and then you're navigating to another page. It's user experience. Then user interface depends upon focuses on tools and desirable stuff. So tools and everything, and interaction, of course. So what is the need of UI and UX? So it's very, very important to know what is actually UI. What is the need of UI UX? So on a study, it's found that 70% of the online business, they fail because of bad usability or bad UI UX. You can see the amount of percentage where UI UX plays a very important role. And on an average, user opens their phone every 5.6 minutes during the day. I think it's a very big number. I think the number should be much, much smaller. It should be around 2 to 3 minutes. I usually check my phone every 2 to 3 minutes. So the amount of users spend the time on phone is average 5.6 minutes a day. And according to some mobile UX statistics, it shows that 85% of the adults think that mobile websites should be good as the desktop equivalent. So you can see my desktop website here. So here I just showed you the Amazon site. That was a desktop site. When you view that Amazon website on your mobile phone, now it would be a very big mess, because mostly prefer people prefer app over website as compared to the statistics which we have seen till now. And the next statistics is, if a website isn't mobile friendly, 50% of the user will use it. Even if they like the business, will not use it at all. So you need to work on making your websites very mobile friendly, because most of the people are buying, ordering, or selling every product on their mobile. Nobody's gonna open a desktop and then order a Amazon something on Amazon and then sell it. And about 96% of the customer have come across site they weren't optimized at all. So the need of UI UX is very important here. So if me going to Amazon website, I see a whole lot of mess there, the icons are somewhere, the nav bar are somewhere or something like that, I'll be just bouncing back. So the bounce of rate will be very higher, which is not at all recommended for any website or for any company. So their bounce of rate will be higher. So that's why we need to optimize a lot of sites till now. And 4 out of 5 mobile users online shops on their smartphones. So we know everything is online, everything is going online from the tip of your toes to head. You can have a haircut, you can have your nails done, you can shop, and everything is done on phone nowadays. So we need to work on UI UX a lot. Then why is UX important? So I just talked about UI. Okay, UI is very important. I definitely agree. If you have bulgy and those eye hitting colors on your websites, like the dark colors or something, it's gonna affect your eyes. You'll just drop off. But why UX is important? So here is a picture, as you guys can see. These are two pictures which I just saw from an article. So can anybody of you tell me, like, what do you interpret from this picture actually? Why UX is important? So okay, I'll just wait for 2 seconds. So if I can see, just if anybody is at writing any kind of comment. Okay, okay, I don't see. Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
I
just go
guess
ahead.
I am also eligible for this. I guess I am also eligible for this. Uh,
Okay,
what I can interpret from
okay.
here is that not having just good UI or not having just good UX is enough. Means we should have a perfect blend of that in order to achieve something good.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. So there was a company which was known as Hens. It was a tomato ketchup company. Okay, so the fun story behind this is they manufactured sauce bottles, okay, ketchup bottles. They used to manufacture in a size where you can see like this. It was a size which we usually see our Maggie bottles or something like that. And when they kind of got to know, like, customer was facing difficulties to add ketchup in their food, it was not coming out. So they kind of changed the shape of the bottle to a squeezed one, so that you can see here, this is me squeezing on the food. So they can at least squeeze it, and the amount of sauce also gets, the sauce is also nice, and even the person is loving the experience what he is getting. So if me putting it on a pasta, I'll be hating it. I'll be just shaking the sauce bottle again and again, and it won't be coming out. But when I see this ketchup, squeeze ketchup bottle, I'll be very happy, because I can get a lot of sauce out of it as per my choice. So their sales increased around 70% when they transformed from this this bottle shape, neck bottle, to this squeeze one bottle. And this is how their sales increase, and they were a multi-million dollar company. So that's how people work it. People don't see it like UX in only designing, but also including them in their product manufacturing and the product designing as well. So it's very important. Another cup, there is a coffee mug, you can see why UX research is important. Of course, a person, if he's gonna drink it from any cup, the two years will be hurting the person's eye. So it can hurt person very badly if he's gonna drink tea or coffee from it. So that's why research is also very important. The person or the people who have manufactured this product must have has to research, like, user usually prefer a round shape mug rather than a fancy one. So that's why UX is important. And going ahead, the design thinking process diagram. So how do you do the whole part, the whole design thinking process thing? So first is you empathize. So for example, let's take a situation where you want to build an app. This is a hypothetical one, to connect with your to find a suitable roommate. Okay, so for example, if I'm living alone here, I want to connect to a someone who is of my type, fits my whatever fits according to me. And we can get together, we can hang out, we can go out, and we can share our hobbies. We have same common of interest. So first so how you are going to make this application? So let's go ahead. First of all, I'll be conducting interviews, so I'll be going and making a lot of surveys there. So surveys are very very important because a lot of surveys and feedbacks are required from the customer from who you are going to make this uh, application. So you're going to conduct surveys for whom? People who live alone in their houses or in their flats, or looking for roommates or people of their common interest. So you are going to conduct interviews with them, go and out and do surveys from them. Then uncover emotion, get their emotion. Do they think that this app will gonna work, or it would be a fraud one? People can even get a lot of fraud stuffs, and even the person whom they think may not be as same as they are. Okay, and seek stories, get inspired from others. Maybe they have some kind of stories which needs maybe if they have some kind of story which they could tell them that they are facing. For example, if I'm living alone, I'm very lonely, I don't feel good, I don't feel I feel very lonely and depressed, so I want someone in my flat to live with me, and let's have a common interest together. So this is what is known as empathize. Then you define. So you create, you take those problem statements from human. So probably whatever survey you have done, you identify them, and you refer from their insights, and you take the meaningful facts from them. For example, if I'm living alone, I'm saying I was lonely, I was depressed, I want someone to fit into my culture, to my hobby. So this is depressed, I was depressed, fit into my culture and everything. So these are very meaningful statements which I will consider, and I will think when I am going to make an app. Then iterate. Of course, you need to brainstorm a lot because this is all raw stuff. You need to build on others idea as well, suspend judgments and all. So a lot of brainstormings need to be done. So this is raw. You need to think, okay, I can make an app which can also include people of same common interest, or something like similar to Tinder, but not Tinder actually. It's more of like people can get together and live together. It's like that, of same common and interest, people who are living alone. Then prototype. What do you make? A rough sketch of it. So not actually prototype, but a wireframe. So wireframe is something, a rough sketch. Maybe you take a paper, maybe you take a blackboard or a whiteboard, you draw a rectangle and you draw some kind of elements on it. For example, a nav bar, an icon, or something like that, or even buttons, or whatever flow you want to have. So you kind of recreate those objects and experiences. So for example, if you're making an app where you make a card of a person, and you need to choose between, you also see the amount of hobbies, or whatever hobbies is displayed below, just below there. So something like that. So you quickly build and learn, and you reevaluate it. Then you prototype is something you make out of a no code platform, for something like a Figma or something like that. And then you test it. So how do you develop it? Of course, between prototype and test is you are going to develop it. So maybe any language, Flutter or something like that, Java, whatever as per your choice, you develop it. Then you are going to test it with your customers to refine your solution and gather data. So you're going to release your first version of your app, test it in the public market if people is liking it or not, or it's or people are facing it difficult to get into this, or people are not at all liking the app whatever you have made. Then going ahead, assess it. So you're getting a lot of feedbacks from your customer. Oh, your app is really nice, I was able to find my perfect roommate, and I was able to live with him or her perfectly fine. We were of same common interest, and we got along. and you solved a very big issue of mine. So this is something which you get from your customer is feedbacks, open collective feedbacks, and then this process goes on and on. This is a continuous cycle which goes on. Then you empathize, define, iterate, prototype, test, analysis, and the process goes on and on. This is a full complete cycle which goes on. Going ahead, how do you approach a problem? So I have taken a very small problem here, a very easy one. I think we all must be familiar with an application which is known as Dunzo or Dunzo, whatever it is. It's a hyper local delivery service in major parts of the countries, especially in India, like in Bangalore or something. They have a service which is known as Dunzo, which delivers groceries to customers instantly. Okay, you can order online, like for example, um, in few minutes you're gonna give you're gonna get a full, whatever list of purchases you want to make. So you get a lot of vegetables, fruits, everything from there. So here I have taken a similar app from it and similar idea from it. The idea is I am going to design a hyper local delivery service. So hyper local delivery service is something. Hyper means, of course, the word explains it all. Local delivery service, whatever you are ordering will be instantaneously at your doorstep. You don't have to wait for it. Local delivery service is around 20 to 30 minutes. So within 20 to 30 minutes or even 15 minutes, you get whatever you want. So this is something which is done by Dunzo. So I've just taken a clone of it. So let's get started. I just want to share my whiteboard so that I can start with the whole thing. Just a second. I'll just share my whiteboard so we can draw first wireframes and then we'll work on it. Chrome tab. Okay. Okay. So here is a whiteboard. You guys can see. Okay. Ignore my pathetic drawing as I am not at all very good with drawing. So we are going to draw wireframes. So what is actually wireframes? Wireframes is something. It's a raw form of your designs, a raw form of your things, whatever you do till now. So our app name is Shop Up. Shop Up. So this is a name which I just got it right now. So Shop Up. Let's keep it a Shop Up name. Okay. So let's design whatever you see in an app. First you see is a splash screen. Okay. So splash screen is something when you open Uber. Okay. Whatever first screen comes with a splash, it's known as a splash screen. So for example, you just open an Uber app or something or Zomato or anything, you see a blink of light. That's a splash screen. So I am going to design a splash screen. So a rectangle, something like this. Of course, this is a very raw thing, so you don't have to be very perfect in this. So this is a rectangle which depicts a mobile phone. Uh, this depicts, you also have to know about the icon and everything which I'm drawing. This depicts image. So and this depicts a text which I have added here. So this is something which is known as image and this is text. So I am going to add you know um, a delivery boy image here, a very beautiful image here, and I'm going to place the logo here. So Shop Up logo, and I'll just add a button here. Okay, and get started. So something like that. I'm just drawing it from my mouse, so please ignore it. So get started. Okay, so I'll just click on this button where I'll be landing it to. So of course we see a login page. Okay, so a login one. I am making mobile logging functionality. So probably few images here also as well. Okay, so few images here. Login. So probably I'll make a box here. I'll add your a country code or something, and XXX, whatever your phone number, something like that. And then you click on, there would be two buttons. One would be, um, just a second, I just need to remove this. Okay. So probably login one. So a login button, login, or of course you see a lot of odds here, or a sign up one. Of course, a person may not be a user to it, so a sign up button as well. So login, let's suppose, let me take a use case, that is a person is logging into this application. So I'm just drawing a flow of it. Okay, so just something, I'll go there. I'll be adding my number. I'll click on login. I'll get an OTP screen. Everybody gets an OTP screen. Okay. Oh my god, whatever I've done. Okay, some image here. Okay, OTP screen. So something like dash 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 dash. Here you have a timer or something. So timer goes up, or even you can have a forget password as well, because sometimes you also get a forget password. So here you can add a forget password as well. So dash dash dash. There is something, get help or something, and here you click on get start. Means um, done, maybe done. Okay, I'm not able to get anything here, so done. So after this, let's go ahead. I will be taking to the homepage. So what is a homepage? Homepage is something where you will be having everything there: your nav bar, your menus, your side menus, your scroll bars, everywhere, pictures. So when you go to a hyperlocal delivery service, first of all you see your location, of course, in the top navigation bar. So this is how I am showing top navigation bar, a small icon here of my, and I am currently in Bhopal, so something like Bhopal here, and a small image of mine if it's possible. And yeah, so this is something which I have had. Just a second. Okay, this is something which I am having right now. And apart from that, um, let's have a search option here, because I want to search for food or something, whatever I have in my mind. So I want to purchase a cook. So a search icon, so small search icon here, search. Okay, search. This is known as a placeholder. This is a text, whatever you have. And then you have a lot of cards, as you can see in Amazon and your Flipkart website also. There are a lot of cards which comes in today's deal or something like that. So today's deal, just a second. Okay. So this is something which is known as today's deal. So here you have today's deal or whatever. So texts are presented as a zigzag line, and then you have some kind of images. So I'm marking it as crisscross. You add a lot of text to it. This would be a scroll one, so I can't add the navigation stuff. So particularly when you will just slide in, like how you do it, right scroll or left scroll. Okay, then apart from that, what else we can have here, I guess. We can have an option, something which is known as probably few cards more, for where I can just definitely add. Here is a plus sign. Okay, where here is a picture of the product and details and price of the product. So something like that. So I'm just replicating it. So this won't be this would be a scroll upwards. So you have to scroll it up and scroll it down. So scrolling part can be showed. I can't show scrolling part here, but I'll definitely show it in the prototype stuff. So down also you'll be having something like that. And I guess this is done now. I see. So I'm using my mouse. Please ignore it. Whatever I can do it. Something like that. So this is a rough wireframe which you can add. So probably if I am clicking on this plus icon, I'll be taking to a card stuff. I'll just draw another one, the last one, which is the card stuff. There is a lot of user flow. So like this, you can draw a rough wireframe. This is a very layman wireframe. Okay, you need to draw it properly. There are tons of tools which is available to draw wireframes. There is Balasmic, there are Framer. These are all tools where you can draw wireframes. Even you can draw it using your whiteboard or anything on your paper or pen. Okay, so let me just rub this. Okay, so clicking on. Okay, so this is another one. Oh my god. It- Okay. Okay, so I'll click on this plus icon. I'll be taken into a place where there would be written my card. So of course I have my own card. So here will be a kind of a card, another card, another card, and so on. So here will be picture, of course, how you see in your Flipkart picture, your order ID, your order, the quantity, your plus one, whatever quantity you have, one, two, three, and this there is a small plus icon where you can increase the quantity. Same your icon, um, same thing goes here as well. Same thing goes here as well. All right, so this is how, and then you click on, um I guess after this you click on the payment option or something like that, and you navigate to a place where you add your address or something. So payment, payment or something like that, I can add something, some demetics. So this is how you design a wireframe. This is a very layman. I'm so sorry I wasn't able to draw it perfectly uh, because of my mouse, but whatever I've tried, I'll be sharing it, my previous designs or whatever I've made. So this is something which is known as wireframe. So uh, so I've taken a a very simple problem, a hyper local delivery service. I've drawn a wireframe. Now let's make it into a whole fledged design using a UI. So how UI would be used? Just think of an app, a hyper local delivery service which sends grocery stores, vegetables. What kind of color theme it would be having? So it would be better if a color theme is something in a kind of green palette. So green colors. Okay, so cool colors, green, blue, all these kind of colors are something which usually grocery app or vegetable apps have. So even Dunzo has a green icon, something like that. Walmart, of course, Walmart, there is a green icon. I can remember. Any other hyper local delivery service you guys know? Anything? Anything else if you guys know? Uh, um, I don't see anything. Okay. Okay. So I think these are more than enough. So I'll just share how we are going to design. So, okay. So this is Figma, which is a very useful handy tool. I'll just increase the size of the design so that you are comfortable in seeing. So I just made an dummy earlier only. So here you can see a shop up icon. Here you can see navbar, everything, whatever I've designed. I just told you I need a nice picture of a delivery boy here. Get started. I did it with like that. Okay, enter your mobile number. This is something which I've designed for every faces. Okay, then and add your location, of course, vendors nearby, logging in. You can even log in using your sign up, something like that. So let's design another feature of this. See, so these vegetables, whatever I've shown. So let me just tell you the whole interface of this Figma. So Figma is here is this is the site which is known as figma.com. You need not download any kind of Photoshop app for it. It's very easy, convenient as apart from Adobe XD. It's very versatile and easy tool. You can use it using your own browser. So this is something which is known as a toolbar panel. So here you have your options: file, edit, view, objects, vector, and something like that. Okay, so file is something if you want to have a new file, edit, okay, view, objects. These are very advanced thing. Vectors, what is vectors? If you want to draw something, for example, if you want, I want to draw a curve, so curve is curves comes under vector. Okay, then if I want to add text, okay, arrange, plugins. This is a very beautiful feature of Figma. You can add as many plugins as you want. For example, if I want to change, if I would have designed a website, I want to convert my website into a React code, I would have used this Anima plugin. It would have converted my whole design into a React code. So this is the power of using Figma, which is not available on Adobe XD right now. This is some other one, charts. If you want to add some kind of charts on your designs. If you want to convert from Figma to Adobe XD, I usually don't use Adobe XD, so I just got it here. If you want to draw some kind of waves, okay, then icons. If you want to add a lot of icons, here you can find an ample of them. Mockups, for example, this is a app which I have made. If I want to include a mockup, mockup is something, a dummy phone, you can say. So if I want to include an iPhone X10 or whatever iPhone, any iPhone 12 or something like that, I just go to this mockup option and I get a list of mockups here. Remove background. This is very important in designing. If you want to remove any kind of background, just run through the picture. Unsplash is a collection of pictures where you get a lot of pictures, a lot of pictures. So these are all free without any copyright or something, and HD quality. Then waves, manage plugins and everything. So this is something. Integration, if you want to publish your design on Dribble is a platform as a design platform as we have on Facebook people share their stories or something like that. As we have Instagram is meant for a social media app. Here you can post your design. So the design community is all under Dribble. Then preferences, this is something different. Libraries, get a desktop app. I don't want a desktop app. Then let's go ahead with this tool. This is a move tool. So this is particularly used for moving your objects. Scaling means increasing and decreasing the size. This is a frame tool. Frame tool is used to draw a frame like this. I've drawn a frame. Okay, so this is used for drawing a frame. A slice tool for slicing it. A rectangle tool, for example, if I make a button or something, I do a rectangle tool. Then line tool, of course, line. Arrow tool, arrow. These are very easy ones. See, arrow tool. Okay. Apart from that, polygon, star, and if you want to upload any kind of image. So star option you get if you wish to draw any kind of star. And this is something which is known as pen and pencil tool. So pen tool is used for drawing vectors. So whenever vectors you have seen wherever, this is used for moving into your whole artboard. So this gray thing which you can see is a artboard. And apart from that, comments, if you want to collaborate with others, you can add comments or something like that. Okay, so I guess this is enough. Now coming towards this panel, this is a layer panel where you can see the layers of your design. So for example, if I go to this iPhone 1 Pro Max, so this is something I can't see. Okay, just a second, let me just close this. Huh. So this is iPhone. I think it was this one. Let me just. Okay. So iPhone, this one is this dummy one. Okay. just leave it. Let's go to another one where I can just show you accounts. Okay, errors, sign in. Okay, this is sign in one. So let's go here. Just a second. Yes. So this is the sign in option. So when I click on this sign in, so this is a frame. Okay, under sign in, you can see a status bar. So when I double click on it, I can see a status bar. I can, see the elements. Here is the text which I've added, a very small text, then all those stuffs, bar, a bar, and mask. Mask is something is hiding. When I remove this, if I remove this image, see, it was an image before. I've just blurred it. So masking is something you are blurring it. Okay, so I'll just remove this. Then you have onboarding and everything. So this is which is known as the layer panel. And asset is something, when you combine all the layers, you make an asset. So this is something which is known as asset. Then coming towards this is a whole design panel. For example, if I go to this button, continue with Google, um, I can see X that represents X dimension, then Y, width, height, of course, angle of this whole button, and corner radius. For example, see, you can see a round corner there. So if I am going to increase, see, if I'm going to decrease, so something like that. Then fill with color. This is constraint when you want to stick your buttons there. Pass through, these are all like different stuff. This is particularly used in this, with images. Fill, if you wish to fill any kind of color, so you have a lot of options available here. Okay, so you can select hex code, RGB, CSS, CHLS, HSB, anything. If you are going to convert this into an app, you need a CSS code or something like that. You can do it. Stroke is just outlining. So outlining and selection. Effects is if you want to add, see, I've just added a drop shadow. Drop shadow is giving a shadow to your whole button. So I don't want a drop shadow, it doesn't look nice. I don't want a stroke, I'll just remove it from here. Selection colors, this effect, and export if you want to export your into a PNG, JPG, SVG, or any PDF, anything. So that's it. So this is something. So I you can see I just designed a splash screen. I designed get started this one, a mobile, enter a 4-digit one code. Okay, and I even designed few of them here as well. So select your location, vendors, and all everything. So yeah, and even after that, I designed vegetables. So I can let me see the time right now, 43. Okay, so I think I can design a small your order one. When you place an order, you can see the tracking stuff, like wherever your place has reached. For example, you have ordered your product, it's going to be dispatched and it's going to be in transits. So whatever stages you see, I can design a very small a portion of it. Okay, so just in order to tell you, so this is an iPhone X something. So first I'll go to this, I'll choose frame. Here you can see phone. I'll go to iPhone Pro X. I hope it's similar. No, it's not. Let me just delete it. Frame iPhone Pro X. I take Pro Max. Okay, yes, it is similar. I'll just take this. I'll just increase the size so that I can do it perfectly, because I need a lot of um, uh, minute elements to draw. That's why I'm scaling this. Just a second. My mouse is behaving very funny. Okay. So first of all, I need a nav bar. So I'll just click on Alt, click on my drag the mouse pointer, and I'm going to place it here. This is how you copy the elements. You don't make it again and again. Okay. Then I am going to write uh, my what you can say, my cart or something, or not my cart actually. I'll just click it here. I'll just rename it to my order, something like that. My order. Okay. So I want a beautiful line. So how you draw this line? I'll just show it here. You take this line tool. You draw it from here till here. Okay. I can see there is a. I haven't drawn it straight. I'll just turn it to zero. I'll just take this stroke and I'll just kind of uh, make it very fine, very light, or even I can kind of. This isn't CS. I wanted hex. I usually work with hex code, so I'm just fading it out. See, this looks nice. uh, Point 0.5 works well, I think, according to me. Point 0.5 a bit more, so I think point 0.6 or something, not 1.5. Point 0.5 works well. Okay, then something, my order something, and then I am going to take a small round icon here and my order details and dot dot dot, then a small icon here, a round details, something like that. I'll just take this eclipse, I'll just draw it again. This eclipse, okay, so probably my order, let's not keep it this. If I am ordering a Coke, not Coke actually, let me find something interesting. And I think we can go for bell peppers. Okay, so I'm ordering bell peppers. I don't like it. So I'll click on Alt, drag my mouse pointer, I'll bring it here. Okay, this is how you don't waste your designs, and this is how you work efficiently and smartly. So I'll just take this, I'll just double click on this. I just only want this icon. I don't want this 1 kg. I don't want this part. So I am going to. This is a group. So just a second. Yeah, I don't want this part. Why my mouse isn't working? Huh. So I'm going to delete this. I want this $4 thing. So I'll bring it here. Okay, align it here simultaneously. Okay, I'll won't click. I don't need a cross because it's already ordered. Okay, so I can add maybe here according with this dispatched or something like that. So this isn't coming in one line. So what you do, you take this placeholder and you stretch it. So price, or maybe I can add here in dispatched. Dispatched. Okay. So I don't want this bold. I want this slice, small, subtle look now. So I'll just take this. I'll go to light. Okay, see. You can see change. I'll go to 13. This looks nice. Okay, so this is how you see, and this is something which is known as dispatch. Then I'm going to see the next step. So probably I need a dot 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 something. So let's draw that dot dot dot. Um, I'll draw a small icon here, control, and then replicate it here. Here, these are very big dots actually. You need to draw it like very small one. Okay, so here I'll just draw 4 dots. Okay, I'll just draw these 4 dots and I'll also decrease the size. So you can even decrease the size from here. So probably three, three looks nice, huh? Here also three, three, and here also three, and 3 here as well. So you guys can see the amount of aesthetic sense I use. Okay, so this is very important, and I want to color them. I want to group them all because I want more number of dots. I'm not going to do this. I'll just select all, Control G. Oh my God, just a second. Select all, Control G, These are all selected in a row. I'll just go into this. I'll select a color. This color looks nice, and this is how I get. So then I something maybe I write something here, a small icon or something, anything I can make here. Um, a small, yeah, I can add an icon or something, anything, whatever comes to my mind. I'm just doing it. Okay. You guys can add a logo even here, any logo. Okay, let me not add a logo. I'll just add a text here, and I'll just duplicate this stuff. Okay, so I'll just take the text from here. I don't want the text to be very, so I'll just take the text from here. I'll write here in transist. Okay, something like that. I'll also add the place. Of course, we need the place. So alt. This is how you design it. So alt here. In transist, maybe I'm adding my home address or something. Road, Limpi, anything. Okay, and I want to replicate this whole stuff. So okay, so this is, I can maybe bring this a bit down, something like that. Okay, and I'll just group them again. Okay, just a second. Don't include this, or maybe I can just alt, bringing back here. I can group them again. So just a second. Hmm. So maybe I can just do it again. So this is how I can do. Actually, my mouse is not working well, so I'll just do it by alt and this. So this is how you do. So this is how you're going to do. You can add an icon here. Okay. So this is how you're going to do, and let me make a button for it, for example. So a button, a beautiful button here to check any kind of order or something. So I'll check it here. I'll just go to this option. Okay, I'll just change the dimensions to this. I hope this is well. And then I'll use the same text alt. See, now you can't see the text how it will come. You just have to do it bring to front. If not bring to front, then um, just a second. Okay, bring to front. Okay, or maybe you can send this back. Send this back. Yeah, you have to do bring to front and then send this to back. So maybe here I'm just changing this text to a nice one. Let me see how my other texts are. White color, and there even that is different. So maybe check status. Let's see, check status. Okay. Changing it to extra light, or not extra light. Changing the color to white. So bringing it to white. Okay. This is not. You have to select the text and then you have to do it. Uh, this is very light. I'll go with this, or I need to even decrease, or maybe I can't see the text, so I'll go with this is better. I'll go with different size. Oh, this looks nice. So this is how you can make. You can replicate. Maybe you can group this again, or maybe you can add line also. I'll just add last step which I'll be adding is this line. So I'll just take this line, same alt and this. I'll just add something here as well. So just to give it a nice look here. Control here, control here. Or maybe we can remove this, something like that. Or maybe we can remove even this. So this is how you can make design. So this is a very short, brief thing which I've done till now. So this is how you do the designing stuff and everything, and this is how you implement your designs. So let's go to the prototype, the last part of the stuff. So prototype comes here. This is a very interesting thing. Device. I take iPhone X. Okay, I checked the black model, background and all, and here you can click on your home screen. As you can see, for example, I'll just click on you need to click on the screen. You need to also click on this interaction. Okay, this should be selected none. Show prototype settings, and here you can see everything. I guess everything is done. um, so I'll just click on this button, this present button. Another screen will be displayed. I'll just share it right now. Okay, just a second. Stop sharing and screen share. Window, Chrome tab, presenter, Figma. Okay. I hope you are seeing my screen. I think it will take a lot of time. It will take some amount of time to get the prototype loaded. I would have shown you. Till then, we can just see if I have any kind of doubts or something.
Yeah, I guess we
Okay.
have some doubts in our comment section. Uh,
All
can we
right.
move to it? Yeah, the first one
Yeah,
being
yeah,
from
sure, sure.
Cyrus Galaxy, I must say. Yeah, the first one being from Cyrus Galaxy. Very nice ID name, I must say. What points should we keep in mind to increase user engagement while designing?
Okay. So the important points is, first of all, good user experience. Oh, I just saw my prototype working. Okay, it will take a time. Let me just finish this. For example, first you need to keep in mind is you have to have a very beautiful user experience. User interface is something which everybody is doing right now. So many people are making very beautiful, very interactive, very, you know um, very fascinating apps, but they're not looking into user experience. So people have to look into user experience as well. So user experience is very, very important, and while increasing the user engagement. So whatever points I've done, all these needs to be mentioned, and especially user experience. I'll just present my screen. I think that answers the question. So here you can see a dummy model. This is something which I was showing. This is known as a mock-up. Okay, I'll just click on submit. I'll be taken to a local vendor stuff. Okay, I'll just click on explore more. I'll be taken into this stuff. I'll be clicking on, for example, I want to order a banana. It's not a banana, it's an apple. Okay. Then I'll go to natural apple, add to my basket. Then I'll go to checkout. I'll go and place order, and your order has been accepted. And then I go to track order. Thus that track order would have been taken into that. So let me just show you how to do it. That is the last point, and I will be concluding my session. So yeah. So let me just share it again. So this is how you design. So for example, we went till add baskets. Here you can see the lines. No, so these are all prototype stuff. Then you go to checkout, add card. I think everything is done here. Where was
Yeah,
this check this one, which I just
certainly, Avantika, that was a very insightful session. I guess we are running out of time here from StreamYard. Uh, Thank you so much for taking out your time and
yeah.
joining us. It was really insightful. Uh, yeah. So, any last words, any
Thank you
last
so
piece of
much.
advice for the viewers? Yeah.
Uh, no, it's just you need to be a very you need to keep in mind the user experience apart from user interface as well. And this is how you can use Figma to build your own beautiful apps. And yeah,
Yeah. So yeah,
thank
thank you
you.
very much. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining. And stay tuned. We are planning more such programs in our next round of contest. Yeah. So I guess we can end the stream now.